beautiful people of the internet. How are you guys doing today? Hopefully great, and welcome back to some Warframe. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Sisters of Parvos update, specifically the changes to our precious melee mods. So before I continue with the video, let's talk about our merch. So I've opened up an online merch store. Guys, we are selling caps, hoodies, t-shirts, and a whole bunch of extra stuff. If you would like to support me or the channel any further, go and buy some merch, and don't forget to tag me on my personal Instagram account at OneManArmyYigit or at OneManArmyYigit_merch, and we'll definitely do some shoutouts. And don't forget to Spartan kick the subscribe button for more Warframe videos. Without further ado, let's get the show on the road. Alright, so if you guys would like to know the official patch notes and want to read at your own pace or want more details, links will be down in the description to the patch notes. So let's start off with Berserker. I'm going to throw some things on the screen, that way you guys can follow along with what exactly I'm talking about. Alright, so Berserker. Where do we begin? Attack speed increases for melee are part of what makes it so dominant. This is especially true when the conditions of each animation breaking attack speeds are as simple as current Berserker. On critical hit. Infinite attack speed uptime is possible with a single mod, and the result is an animation noise with no distinction between hits, coupled with massive damage output. We still want to support the ability to increase your melee attack speed and damage output, just not at the levels you currently can. So here are the changes when it comes to current Berserker. Berserker is changing from plus 30% attack speed, max is 75% for 24 seconds on critical hit, to Berserker Fury. Cannot stack with Fury on melee kill, plus 35% attack speed, max is 70% for 10 seconds. Stacks up to 2 times. This is important because it decouples it from critical chance, adds more defined ramp up on using on kill instead of on crit, which frequently meant 0 to max in one swing hitting 3 enemies. Renamed Berserker Fury to communicate that no longer to be equipped with regular Fury / Prime Fury. So, those are developer notes for Berserker. Let me tell you guys what I think. Excuse me. Now, to be honest with you guys, I think that Berserker Fury is not going to be any more useful for Sisters of Parvos post this update, just because that you have to rely on killing an enemy. Why I think this is bad is because, okay, so when it comes to early gameplay, when it comes to Warframe, I wouldn't say, it's useful, because you can easily kill an enemy with a fully modded weapon. It doesn't have to be the best weapon, it can be any weapon, just so long as it is fully modded. But here's the problem when it comes to Berserker Fury. I feel like Berserker Fury is useless when it comes to endgame because you have to rely on continuously killing an enemy. Now I do understand that, the enemy's damage or enemy's health has been scaled where it's not ridiculously high, so you can actually kill enemies a lot easier, and also melee weapons were buffed across the board. But the fact that you guys have to rely on a certain condition to be met, I feel like there is a drop off. So let me give you guys an instance. So I'm going to talk to you guys about the Acolyte Mods before they were actually permanently put into the game. Argon scope versus blade rounds. I feel like blade rounds is useless because of the fact that you have to rely on killing someone in order to get the critical damage output. The reason why I feel like it's useless is because the fact that you have to rely on a condition to be met. Why I think like this is because it makes me think that I'm wasting a slot. What happens if you don't kill an enemy? That means you're essentially just wasting a slot. Now, the same can be said for Berserker. If I don't kill anybody, that means I am wasting a slot. I feel like Fury is a much better option because, let's say I take Fury and I just put on my build and I replace Berserker Fury with it. What's going to happen is that you'll notice an immediate increase in attack speed or damage output, because when you guys put Fury on, you immediately have the benefit of it. You have no condition that needs to be met. You just put it on and it immediately starts working. What I feel they should be doing when it comes to Berserker is rather revert the damage from on melee kill and leave it to on critical hit. But instead what they should do is, instead of lowering it to 10 seconds, maybe they should lower it to 15 seconds and only make it stack up to 2 times. Another thing they should do is, they should buff Fury and Prime Fury, because previously in the past, why should people use Prime Fury if, it's so expensive, it's hard to get, And I mean, Berserker just gives you a lot more benefits, and you're always going to be critting. So a fix that I should do, that they should, like, you know, buff up Fury. That way, you know, Berserker at least has some form of competition, you know, giving players more versatility or more choices. Because if you guys have been playing Warframe for a long time, you'll know that DE does not like to have popular items to be used all the time. They prefer to have a diversity. But yeah, so yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's my opinion. There isn't really much to say about this because, you know, it is comparing Berserker to Fury. Is it still viable? If you guys want my final answer, no, do not use Berserker Fury because, you know, it's so unreliable. It's just like a BMW. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for today's video. If you guys have liked the video or it's generally helped you, remember to leave a like and don't forget to spot and click the subscribe button for more Warframe videos. I'm a Mac like a banana and split.